Question: is YouTube fucked? Back then, YouTube was this messy, delightful place where you didn't need a DSLR camera, 4K lighting, or a voiceover that sounds like it's narrating the fall of Rome. You just needed an idea, and maybe a questionable sense of humor. YouTube's appeal was that it was real, a place where anyone could find an audience, no matter how odd or niche their content. YouTube offered the purest version of people's opinions and weird talents, a prime alternative to the uninspired nature of mainstream television. In fact, for most of my life, I felt more enjoyment watching YouTube videos than I have watching TV, simply because what's available to watch can be catered to my interests. That's what made YouTube special. It wasn't polished, and it wasn't pretending to be anything other than people sharing whatever they loved or found funny. But now, YouTube has lost its novelty, a shell of its former self. Let's rewind a bit. YouTube's major issues, demonetization, algorithm-driven chaos, content ID strikes, have been around almost as long as YouTube has been a platform. Only now, it's like the same problems have evolved into their final forms, and YouTube is totally fine with that. Remember how everyone hated the Fine Brothers reaction empire? Or those annoying compilation channels that just ripped content from other creators? Well, they're gone now, except they've been replaced by streamers who upload hour-long clips of themselves reacting to things while giving the most grass-is-green takes. And the worst part, these streaming channels reap all the ad revenue from this groundbreaking commentary. Unlike those older channels, they can just hide behind plausible deniability due to the nature of their content. And here's the thing, if you wanted to watch that original content, you probably could. But instead, you're sitting through an hour of lukewarm takes that barely go beyond, wow, that's crazy. It's like going to a concert to hear someone talk about listening to music instead of actually listening to the music. And let's talk content farms. Remember the old days of Troom Troom and 5-Minute Crafts? The channels that taught you absolutely essential life hacks like gluing a carrot to your forehead for fashion or something, or how to make a spoon out of a shoe? Well, those days are gone. They've been replaced by the new breed. Seemingly AI-generated true crime channels and endless video essays that feel like they were written by a bot trapped in an existential crisis.
Where is she gone? I don't get it. Don't give up hope.
To cover, he starts to cry. But if you're wondering if he's actually upset, notice that he gets distracted and has to brush his hair out of his face.
Welcome to literally 90% of these sorts of channels, where every case sounds like a grocery list, and every victim's life is reduced to a handful of awkward sentences. It's like someone fed ChatGPT every true crime podcast transcript and said, go make art. And don't even get me started on the video essay channels. The rise and fall of Thing. The untold truth of Thing. Why random thing is more important than you think. Some really thought-provoking titles. They're everywhere. Look, I'm not saying every video essay channel is soulless, but when you've seen the 15th video on the rise and fall of Blockbuster, it's hard to feel anything but deja vu. Here's the thing. YouTube monetization was supposed to be a way for people to make a living doing what they love, but instead it's turned into a factory for low-effort content where quantity beats quality. There are channels that pump out daily videos without a shred of insight or creativity. And don't get me started on the research. Sunny V2, Moon. These channels have mastered the art of saying a lot without really saying anything. Their formula? Take internet drama, sprinkle in some eerie music, add a smooth voiceover, and boom, instant content. They give you just enough context to feel like you're watching an investigation, but in reality, it's more of a sensationalized rumor mill. The sad part? A lot of these channels don't have any personality or authentic voice. It's like they're reading from a template. Sure, they've got great editing and smooth narration, but there's no them behind it. They could be anybody, which maybe they are. And then you have the trend chasers. Shout out to Pegasus for making a whole career out of beating internet drama to a pulp. Who knew that Mr. Beast's downfall could fuel 6 different videos? You might be thinking, well, aren't you just talking into a phone with BeamNG Drive gameplay in the background? Which is honestly a good point. Now fuck off. So, where does this leave us? YouTube started as a place for people to share their passions, unfiltered and real. But now I've got channels cranking out content like it's an assembly line, where substance is optional and style is, well, also optional. Will YouTube ever go back to its roots? Probably not. But we can still hold on to the hope that somewhere, somehow, there's a new creator who just picked up a camera for the first time with nothing but a weird idea and zero production budget. Until then, we'll have to keep scrolling through endless reaction streams and bullshit true crime documentaries until something genuinely original comes along. Or until Alphabet just buys Netflix and calls it a day. Anyways, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.